Another lawyer reacts to People's Court. I am Sasha Struthers. This one today is about a dad sells to his daughter's friend a car, and then she doesn't pay. I'm just like, the whole scenario already sounds like it's going to be very dramatic. Let's get into it.
This is the plaintiff, Paul Green. He says the defendant is his daughter's friend, and he foolishly sold her his 2006 limited edition Mustang. She gave him half the money up front and agreed to pay him $300 a month until it was paid off. Well, the flaky girl never paid off the car. She keeps promising him she will, but enough is enough. And he's suing her for $3,692.38 because he doesn't believe her lies anymore. This is the defendant, Paige Clark. She says the plaintiff's her best friend's dad, and he's also a creep. The guy asked her out on a date and told her she wouldn't have to pay off the car if they hit it off. They ended up dating for a few months, and he's now very angry she broke up with him because he's a chauvinistic pig. He wants to sue her for the...
Okay. Why do so many of these scenarios go down? One is usually the woman owes the man money, and then it's like, well, we were dating and therefore the whole debt was written off. That is such a common People's Court theme. I don't know why that is. If he's a creep, why did you date him? I think already those two defenses, which one might be defense if he did write off the debt. The other one, he's a creep, is not a defense. But, you know, probably don't date someone that creeps you out, just saying. Unless she was dating him to try to get out of the debt. Which in that case is like, you know, it's a financial decision you have to make for yourself as a grown woman.
For the balance of the car? No way. She's accused of not living up to her obligations.
All parties, please use your right hands.
Welcome back to the People's Court. Next case on the docket. The plaintiff sold the defendant his 2006 Mustang and got stiffed. The defendant says the plaintiff is her friend's father, and he hit on her and they dated, and she says he's angry because she broke up with him. It's the case of the mad dad.
Thank you, Douglas. Paul Green, you are suing Paige Clark for $3,692.38. You say she owes you and refuses to pay. Tell me what's going on.
Yes, ma'am. My daughter came to me and said that she had a friend that was looking for a car, and would I sell her the Mustang I had?
What kind of Mustang did you have?
2006 limited edition Mustang.
Okay, if your friend needs a car, why didn't you just go to a used car dealership and look for a car? I don't know if the dad was selling the car in the first place. Also, if you own, you know, an alleged limited edition special Mustang, why would you sell that to somebody? And especially, like, did you run a credit check on the friend? Did you have any reason to believe that the friend was going to pay the money?
Okay.
Told her yes. I asked her if she had the money
Was
for
your
it.
Mustang for sale?
Yeah,
Coincidentally? Was it for sale, or she just
it
wanted
was
to buy
going to be for sale in a week or two.
Okay. So you show it.
I take that back. So he was planning to sell it. Okay.
You show it to her. She likes it, and what happens?
Showed it to her. Asked my daughter if she had the money. My daughter said no, but she could pay half down. Talked to Paige. Paige said she'd give me half down and make payments on the rest. I said okay. She got the car. Went to title place.
Why did you sign over the title if she hadn't paid the rest yet?
Because she signed a promissory note for the balance.
So does she pay you anything else ever?
No.
All right. So why then do you buy her tires?
That was only about a week later.
But why would you buy her tires?
Well, originally when we ordered the tires, she was going to pay for the tires.
Yeah, how do you order tires without paying for them?
Well,
I don't know. Maybe mortals like me have to pay
A
first.
friend of mine runs a dealership, and we were getting them through the dealership at a discount.
Right.
So I said, they've already been ordered. They're going to take it out of my friend's paycheck if we don't get them. I'll go ahead and cover them on my credit card for 30 days. She said, I don't really want to do that. And then she came back with text and said, let's go ahead and get the tires. You know, I'll pay you back for it.
Okay. Do you have the text?
Yes, ma'am.
May I see it?
Yes.
While he's looking for that, can I ask you some questions?
Sure.
Okay. So you are a friend of his daughter's?
Yes, ma'am.
Are you still a friend of his daughter's?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. So what happens here? You buy the car and you're supposed to pay money, and he says you didn't. Why not?
I don't believe the car dealership thing, I find that really weird. Like, if I was working at a car dealership and someone came to me and said, hey, can I, like, order some tires on credit? And then the dealership told me, yeah, you could do that for your friend, but we're going to take it out of your paycheck. I would be like, no, thank you. That's weird. I will say, it's good that he had a promissory note, bad that he signed over title. He should have kept the title, required her to pay the registration, required her to get insurance, and name him as the initial insured as well, since he owns the car, but would have not given the woman title of the car until she had paid off the entire loan.
Well, after meeting...
Or alternatively, given her title to the car, but then remained as a lien holder on the car.
After meeting him and giving him the down payment, I was, called by her, stating that he liked me. He thought, I was cute, wanted to take me out, and...
What's the age difference between you two?
I'm not...
You don't know?
Sure.
You never asked? I don't know, I'm kind of curious. Anybody else curious? What's your age? How old are you?
I'm 28.
And how old are you?
I'm 57.
So, the tires that...
Wait, don't go from, he likes you, he wants to ask you out, to the tires. He likes you, he wants to ask you out, and what do you tell his daughter?
I said, sure, absolutely. I'll go out on some dates with him.
Okay. Yeah, totally. I'll totally go on some dates. I need a car. Hey, my dad's willing to sell it to you, but you're cute. You want to go on a date on him? Yeah, I'll go on a date with him. I need a car. Like, yeah, sure. Like, what? Like, there's only one reason you're dating the guy, for the car. You're not, like, out of the kindness of your heart, like, oh, we have a spark. No, I don't think so. I don't think that's what's happening here.
Okay, and then what happened?
During those dates, we were, discussing that if things worked out, we wouldn't have to pay any more on the car. That those payments would be null and void.
Was it your idea or was it his idea?
His idea.
That if you dated, that you wouldn't have to pay it back?
Right.
No.
If it worked out or if you dated?
If it worked out and we were,
Stop. This is where I feel like men goof. Okay, you have to think logically in this scenario. If the relationship works out, forget about the car now, you could just have the car. But if it doesn't work out, you're gonna have to pay me for what? That's no. That you either forgive the car note or you make her pay the car note. There's no if this relationship, you can't negotiate on affairs of the heart like that. That doesn't make sense. But I'm going to be curious to see if that was in writing. If it works out, and works out in what? Works out for 3 months, works out for 30 years. What does working out mean? You work out for every month. If we continue to date, I'll keep waiving the month of payment. I don't know what working out means. This is ridiculous.
Went on dates and, it worked, then I wouldn't have to, pay the rest of the car.
And all you had to do was sign your life over?
I mean...
What does it worked mean? And what does dating mean? I don't know, it's your agreement. I'm asking you to specify what you meant.
I mean, we didn't make a contract on how long or anything like that.
So how many dates did you go on?
We saw each other probably 8 times.
Okay. Were you intimate?
No.
Okay. Was that part of the deal?
No.
Okay. So where would you go when you went out?
His favorite place was a Japanese restaurant.
Okay.
And
after a couple months, how did it end, according to you?
It just didn't work out.
It ended after a couple of months. It ended, and I kept the car. That's how it worked out for her. I kept the car, and then I didn't pay it, and now my best friend's dad's a little frosty that it didn't work out and wants his money.
Difference, was a...
Oh, you woke up one day and realized there was an age difference?
No.
So did you date him so that you wouldn't have to pay the rest of the money?
Yes, I'm a single mom, and that was
but you weren't physical.
A good incentive
so
for me.
So it wasn't like money for sex?
No.
It was companionship?
Right.
All right, can I hear from you, Mr. Green, on this whole dating thing?
Well, that's a new one on me, because I don't know what her and my daughter talked about, but We never discussed dating. She was a friend. We went out to eat one time.
Did you go out to eat 8 times?
One time only.
Did you ever go out any other time than the one time?
No, ma'am. I had a girlfriend at the time. Still had the same.
Do you have maybe text evidence of multiple dates and throughout time? Because I imagine that if you're setting up dates, it would be through text. So if I scroll through your text, am I going to see evidence of what you are saying?
No, we spoke on the phone.
Okay, how do you have such a wide disparity here? We went on 8 dates. I was like dating him so I could get the car. He like agreed. If it didn't work out, it didn't work out. And then he goes, no, we went to dinner one time and I had a girlfriend. Like, how do you guys have 2 very different stories? And then none of this was through text? Like, oh, we called. Like, it's, I don't know when this was, but the past at least 5 years. We're in 2024. So if this was in the past 5 years, it's very likely you texted back and forth. Especially if they were texting about the tires. So why would you not text about, hey, do you want to go get some food? But we went out one time and we went out 8 times. 2 very different scenarios.
The whole conversation from day one we started talking is on there. So you can go all the way to the back and to the top.
All right. I'm reading through days and days of text, which clearly indicates someone who's trying to date her. Yeah. You are trying to date this, child 30 years younger than you. I also see you not saying, stop calling me. You're going through a hard time. You got fired from your job. You were having problems at your job before that. He offers to loan you the money to pay for the tires. You say, I don't want to owe somebody that kind of money. I don't know why, because you're already owing the other money. And then he says, not a problem. Just smile for me. Can I pick you up for lunch? I see that he's picking you up for lunch twice, not once. I see him flirting with you. Where's the part about, oh, and you don't have to pay a loan? That's your defense, and that's what I want you to prove up. He clearly wants to date you. Right. And maybe he was and maybe he wasn't. It's a little hard to tell. There's all these little pictures and cutesy-poo things and hugs and prayers and smile your pretty face. And so you're lying when you say that it was just the one time. There were 2 times before the tires. The tires was a 3rd time. That, however, doesn't prove what you're saying, which is I don't have to pay the loan because I flirted with the guy and dated him a few times. I'm going to have proof of that part. Did you ever tell her she wouldn't have to pay for it if she dated you?
No, ma'am.
Because that's the kind of thing somebody would say to somebody 30 years younger who you want to date, because you got to put something on the table.
So would you ever date your friend's parent?
Well, no, the answer to that is no. I would not date my friend's parent. That being said, that's what it's going to come down to, is unless you have that in writing that you agree to waive this debt, it looks like he's trying to date you, which, why? If you have a girlfriend, why are you trying to date her? And it's like, that she's dating you. It's not sincere. It's like she's trying to get an angle, like, I owe you money, so I guess I'll date you and sell my soul. But no, the answer is don't date your friend's parent. Like, duh. I don't know what kind of question that is.
Depends. What would the age gap be?
Just say no.
No? Okay.
Okay, going inside the courtroom.
What I do see is a picture of you really strong and young 30 years ago with your daughter behind you with your big muscles and your shirt off and just your jeans, and you're looking very hot. But, which I presume was for the purpose of showing her what it was like. And, it's just the whole thing.
It's more we were talking about.
Glory days,
my daughter when she was little. So.
Say what?
We were more about when we were talking.
Okay, I can barely see your daughter in the picture, okay? No. Now I'm going to show the picture. Hold on. I was going to spare you that, but hold on. No, that's not. No. Too bad. Too late. Let's see. Let's get that picture back up here. There it is.
It's a cute picture.
It is a cute picture. It's very cute. Okay, I can see the tippy top of your daughter's bangs, but most of the shot is taken up by your jeans, by someone and your abs, your washboard abs, and you're making the international sign for guns, and then your daughter's here. You're not showing your daughter, pal. Everyone knows you're not showing your daughter. Okay. So I think that he clearly was barking up your tree. I'm just trying to get to that other part, which means you don't have to pay. Did you ever tell her she wouldn't have to pay?
No, ma'am.
So can you prove that he told you that in any of the texts or any, because you guys text all day, so this, everything was on the phone. You know, can you prove in any way, shape, or form through his daughter's testimony, any statement by anybody, any text, any email, anything, that somebody said, I'll tell you what, if you date me, you won't have to pay. Putting aside to a, you know, for the moment.
You gotta have something in writing. When you come to court, if you don't have something in writing or like another witness, like a credible witness, by the way, not just a witness, a credible witness. If you don't have one of those two things or both of them, you're not going to get what you want and you're not going to have a defense.
Whether that's even a legally enforceable rewrite of the contract, it might be. It can't be if you have sex with me, because then it's prostitution, it's illegal, so a court wouldn't enforce. But if you give me human companionship for a few months, you won't have to pay? I don't know. I guess that's legal. Maybe it could be. But why don't you prove it up for me? Can you prove it?
It was discussed over dinner. I don't, you know.
He denies it. It's your word against his. Can you prove it in any way, shape, or form?
That we did not make a
pay
contract.
the man $3,692.38. Verdict for the plaintiff.
I saw that coming. Don't date your friend's parent. Don't date your friend's mom. Don't date your friend's dad. Don't date like their aunt or uncle. Don't date that dude. Don't do that. Don't do that ever. Yeah, if you're gonna try to get out of a debt, you have to get that in writing. Otherwise, it's gonna be enforceable. She dated the guy, I guess, for no reason. Flirted with him. Had compromised her integrity to a degree. Still has to pay the debt. So she did that for free. For fun. Maybe she liked him. I have no idea. That was fun. If you like that reaction video, might like my other ones, you can check out the playlist at the end. If you are in real estate, you can check out my other videos on that. You can also subscribe to my weekly newsletter that I send out. It's free and informative. Other than that, I will see you in the next one. Thanks.